If you have tried to be on your glow up journey so many times, you may be falling into some of these traps. I have been on so many self-improvement eras, and let me just tell you, it is very easy to fall into these 5 things that will hold you back and are hurting you in making progress towards your dreams. The first trap is the content without action trap. I am so guilty of this. This is where you are surrounding yourself with self-improvement, as you should, podcasts, books, YouTube videos, and you are absorbing all of this wonderful information, but you are doing nothing about it. This is a really difficult mindset to get out of because it takes courage and us actually looking at the things that we can personally do for ourselves. Especially if you're like me and you are a dreamer, you're imaginative, you can be a little chaotic in your thinking process. It is sometimes difficult to start working on our own dreams and goals, taking one tiny, imperfect step at a time. Just remember that listening to a 2-hour podcast about optimizing your sleep routine is basically useless unless you implement the tips and get amazing sleep. Likewise, I have watched a million videos about how to grow your YouTube channel when the best thing that I can be doing is just making videos and taking one step at a time, even if I crash and burn. Really work on your creating to consuming ratio and make sure that you are prioritizing yourself along with things that help motivate you and teach you new things. Okay, mistake number 2 is glowing up without self-love. I have done this so many times where I have tried to achieve and be something else and grind and go after things and look towards the areas in my life that need improvement without already giving me credit for the person that I am or the life that I already have. If you do not work on your self-love, you are setting yourself up for failure because that means that you are only going to be motivated, only going to be happy with your life and satisfied with yourself when you are achieving things or things are going perfect. And unfortunately, things will never ever be perfect. And no matter how much you try, you're going to fall off the wagon. You're going to miss a day or a month or a year or something of the sort. And also, it's just not fun. Like, I don't know anyone who is able to sustainably create a beautiful life that they love without first working on their self-worth and their self-love and intrinsically valuing the person that they are, regardless of how they perform. And then we have the isolation trap. You've probably seen these isolation era videos all over your feed if you're anywhere in your glow up process. There is such value in understanding that your relationships are so important and that you need to be in the right relationships with the right people in order to succeed, which sometimes means spending more time alone, working on your goals, and cutting people who just don't bring any positivity into your life. They've got to go. However, I will say that this idea that you should be locked away in a closet and grinding out all of your work while glowing up and becoming the best version of yourself is really counterproductive. A huge part in how well we are motivated to accomplish our goals and glow up in the process is the motivation we find in our social connections. It has been proven that especially in blue zones, which are the places where people live the longest, healthiest, and happiest lives, the number one indicator of health and longevity is positive social connections. So while you are focusing on your goals, making time for yourself, and making time to accomplish those goals, and also trimming the people out of your life who are just not supportive towards you anymore, don't forget that the next step is to find people who are supportive, who help you achieve your goals and bring light to your life. Do not do this next one. Please, for the love of all things TikTok shop. Trap number 4 is buying success. Now, if you look on some people's channels and some people's websites, they promise you a lot with their products and their gadgets and their workout gears and their journals and their planners and their books. These tools can be really helpful. I have purchased so many self-help books and I love them all. But the thing is, when we feel like we can buy our success, we look for things that we can purchase when we are struggling feeling instead of working on our mindset shifts and working towards our goals and shifting our habits. There is no book in this world that you can buy that is going to create success for you. It's what you do with that knowledge and reading that book and then applying it to your life. You cannot buy a million things to lose weight and get healthier if you don't just move your body and eat whole foods. It's so counterproductive, and you need to understand there's a place for things that you buy, but buying something does not guarantee success. So please be conscious that you are the most expensive tool you have. This one is probably controversial, but the next trap is telling other people about your goals. If you do this in the right way, then it can be so powerful in having an accountability partner, supporting and encouraging each other, and holding yourself to your goals. But a lot of people, unfortunately, do this in the complete wrong way. And consciously or subconsciously, you could be sabotaging all of your dreams and all of your goals just by telling other people. If you have an acquaintance friend or somebody who isn't really close to your life and they're asking you, hey, what are you up to? Are you going to tell them your entire story of, oh, I want to start this podcast and I want to get 6-packs abs and I'm opening my own construction company, so I'm working on this, and this, and every day, I go into the office and I'm grinding it out, and then I'm going and I'm investing in real estate and looking at my portfolio. Please stop. Please stop. There's a difference between just answering the question in a way that prioritizes you and makes sure that you are being honest and truthful and true to your goals, and just saying, oh yeah, I'm working on a project. I'm going to do an entire video on privacy because silence is power. And I honestly think that the more that you put the validation within yourself, the less pressure you're going to feel from the outside world to be a specific thing. If you are over explaining what you're trying to do and the life you want to create, this could mean two things. Number one, you want praise and approval from other people. Or number two, you want input or validation or somebody to give you feedback that helps you let go of that dream. And what I mean is that if you are telling people who you know are traditional, people who you know are realistic and practical, that you want to create this gigantic business and that you want to be a millionaire and help 500 million people and you have this big dream, what are you trying to accomplish? You are probably at least subconsciously aware that that person is not going to support that goal, and they're going to give you feedback that is going to align to you dropping that goal and being more realistic. So your brain might be actually trying to allow you to feel better about quitting on your dreams by telling a realistic person so they can give you negative feedback and you feel better about dropping it. I know this from personal experience. Just don't tell people about your goals unless they share your vision. I am so proud of you for glowing up, and I have no doubt that you are going to do it. But sometimes the traditional advice just doesn't work and we fall into very bad behaviors. If you're looking for ways to discipline yourself in a more feminine and relaxed way, check out this video right here.